Hello, lords and ladies. Private York here, back from the front. It's crazy out there. Gonna get crazy in here too, because we're off back to Galarian for some more Wrath of the Righteous. With me, the Eon, laying down the law. I've never been in Eon before. You know, it's actually quite fun. Hi, guys. Got all kinds of random ones. Where takes it then? Well, not you. Not gonna take on the 6, I don't think. Not like this. Well done. You're almost done. There we go. Having buried those who died from the plague, warriors search the place and find a small grave where Sir Dolan Druglaw, the hero of the Second Crusade, rests in peace. They take care of the grave and clean dead bodies and dirt from a small oasis nearby. The water instantly becomes clean, clear, and sweet. This place is much loved by spirits and gods. Enemies are retreating? No, they're not. They just think they are. There we go. Chasing elementals away to their home planes, Crusaders find a huge crystal filled with a magical energy. It appears that it was imbued with the elemental forces many years ago and convoyed to Dresden, but never arrived. Its guards have perished, and the crystal itself, a powerful vessel of magical elements, has been drawing elemental spirits year after year. But more energy points. I've got a demon army in a fort up here. Lie down. Bloody hell. Hmm? I don't. And you're done. Nice. The fortress was a sanctuary for spellcasting demonologists. The fire that started during the battle spread to the libraries, filled with blasphemous knowledge. The glow of this massive fire lights up the darkness for miles around. We'll take that. We almost got them all. There we are. A gang of demons hunting runaway slaves was not reckoned on facing the commander's conquering forces. Among the bloody corpses, the Crusaders discovered a dark, god-forsaken altar, fashioned from the teeth of demons, captured victims, and the webs of monstrous mechanical spider retrievers. The soldiers clamoured to burn it, but the more tactically minded officers decided not to rush into anything and passed it on to the commander for examination. Might as well put them together so we've got one less army, but we're not going to do anything with them. His army, we could go for that 6. I don't want to. I don't think it would be a good move. Skip a day. Development of the combat effectiveness of the Crusader army has increased. Let's see what that is. The military council requests that the Crusade leader attend the meeting and receive an update report. Off we go then. Force the Bastion. Let's see what they got for us now. Captain Odin salutes you and looks over the military council intently. Our intelligence was correct. Heck. I've got to take a quick break. Okay, we're back. Captain Odin salutes you and looks over the military council intently. Our intelligence was correct. Karamzadeh's host marches on Dresden. In its position, The wisest course of action upon reaching the walls would be to lay siege and wear down our forces with nuisance raids. However, my experience tells me that he will act differently. This is going to be a full-on assault, a decisive display of his power. When the enemy moves in on our position, we must meet them with a hail of arrows from the walls, gaining the full advantage of our superior defensive position. To prepare our army for this, I propose pass a reform and increase the presence of ranged troops in our ranks. I believe light armoured slingers, great number of whom can be trained quickly, will be adequate for our purposes. You're a bloody idiot. Slingers won't get past demonic damage reduction. And once the demons get to them, says Healer, every one of those slingers will be slaughtered. I say we only recruit experienced seasoned rangers who have travelled far and wide and know how to defend themselves in any situation. Not a bad idea. Captain Odin is correct to assume that our ranged troops can manage with light armaments. However, the troops themselves must be of exemplary quality to complete the task at hand. I suggest we pick the most adept archers we have and have them undergo rigorous training until they become true marksmen. That's not a bad idea for once from you, Red Deal. Let's have a look. Rangers, 13 to 20, plus 1 longbow, so plus 16. 12, 12. Snipers, marksmen, much easier to hit. 22 hit points. I didn't look at the hit points here. 80 to, oh. 29 to 36 though, and plus 24 to hit. Not sure. I mean, not slingers, that's ridiculous. They're just garbage as slingers. But I'm between rangers and marksmen. We got some of each in the army already. I'm gonna go rangers. Good to know you're not about to start throwing away the lives of our soldiers. Not all generals, they will pause to glare at Captain Odin to understand his anger. Treat their soldiers in the same way. I hope these messages will be enough to repel Karamzadeh's onslaught, and if not, those who come to take our place will learn from our mistakes and fare better. Right. It one day. Enchanting the crest of fallen knights. King is ready. While wearing this belt, a monk can spend 1 key point to enshroud the target's heart and lungs by a veil of emerald. Or you can cover yourself in invisible corrupted fire. Under its effect, your fire spells deal. I wonder if spells also include spell-like effects like the kinetic stuff. Additional 2d6 unholy damage. Yeah, we'll take that. Now the runaway. It has been revealed that one of the Crusaders is a criminal on the run. 1 year ago, the knight murdered a noble Eurasian and escaped justice. The killer repented and joined the Crusade army to atone for his sins. Okay. But the daughter of the murdered aristocrat wants vengeance and requests that the criminal be arrested and tried. We try him. Lawful add 3,000 finance points. Chaotic no. Gives the vengeful noble the murderer's head. That's just revenge. Do away with vengeful noble and get her treasure. That doesn't seem very lawful to me. It does have a nice lot. You know, We've got to be lawful. Yeah, the Eon. The criminals stick with United were sent to serve in Canabri's jail. The murder has been punished, and the victim's daughter has made a substantial donation. Mentioning diplomatic connections, yes. That's another one that's just one day. Well, that might be Demon's army. Okay, they're coming in. Meanwhile, we going to go this way. Actually, no, we're not. Not right now. Because we can give them marksmen for the army. Now, more of them. More of them. More of them. More of them. Oh. And at the moment. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, that's okay. Kind of done it wrong, but it's okay. But you are the only ones who go. No. No, you're not the only ones. You go to them. You go to them. Let's put you in with them. You go to them. You don't go to anything right now. Get into there. And we've got these as well. So we'll come towards next time. Diplomatic relations have improved. The Diplomatic Council requests that the Crusade leader attend their meeting and receive an update report. Also, an odd supplicant. Some drunk, a strange drunkard is claiming the commander is obliged. He's obliged to grant him an audience. Well, we've got to go to the headquarters anyway, so let's do that. Oh, Darren. Darren looks a little, the merest trifle more serious than usual. Yorkie, we need to talk. On the strictest confidence, I'm going to invite you to a not a date. Yes, you heard me correctly, a not a date. If by some chance you imagine you see wine, cushions, and treats laid out before you, you'd know that it is merely an optical illusion. Great, I actually have free time for not a date. It's nice to have a rest. Darren offers a hand to you gallantly. Allow me, my lord. The longer he spends alone with you, the more Darren seems to shed his usual acerbity. His hair is tousled, ties in his shirt been loosened. He sits back looking completely at ease, while his hands are lively and elegantly expressive, punctuating his speech. So here we are, alone at this utterly insignificant, tedious business meeting. Would you be so kind to suggest a conversation starter? We need something boring and practical to talk about. Boring and practical, as you know, is not exactly my forte. Logistics? A fine choice. The topic is boring and complex enough that two people who are completely uninterested in each other could spend an evening discussing it. In fact, I do have some understanding of logistics. Sometimes it takes a great deal of effort to get the goods you need shipped from different parts of Galarian. So get ready to listen to my lecture on the best companies specializing in magical teleportation services. I must alert you in advance, the list is quite long. It consists of around 24 enterprises, with all their terms and conditions, including their pricing policies. Darren's eyes sparkled teasingly. Are you absolutely positive you don't want me to stop now? You drove yourself into this trap, yet now you must continue. Oh yes, I did drive myself into this trap. Darren looks directly into your eyes. My thoughts are all adrift. I guess I shan't be able to maintain a boring conversation. It is beyond me. He moves closer, just a little closer, and takes your hand. I wonder if I shall come to regret this. You're dangerous, you know. Danger to you. Stop running away from me. No more running. He raises his hand to your lips. Then he leans forward and passionately catches your lips with his own. Woo! It's a man-on-man action there. Nothing wrong with that. Inexplicable power lies in the force that draws mortal bodies and souls to each other. If there was a way to measure it and compare it to other forces in the universe, it could prove to be comparable with gravity between planets. But this force is as fragile as it is mighty. Sometimes its emergence can lead to unexpected and irreversible consequences. Day 9, month Nest 9, year 4715. Night falls, and with it, are you coming up? You're acting like you wanted to come up, but now you're not. No. Dogs. Night falls, and with it, the commander drifts off to deep sleep. He dreams. He sees himself from outside his body. Himself and Darren. The two lie next to each other. There you go, you see. Lie next to each other. Their hands joined. Their breathing deep and slow. The young count's hair gleams with a soft golden glow. Almost invisible in the light of day, but in the dark of night it is unmistakable and bewitching. Then the commander realizes it is not he who is simply seeing himself from outside in this dream. He's seeing himself through someone else's eyes. Someone is near. They are watching from the darkness. Watching closely, but indifferently. Or perhaps the commander can sense only his gaze, but not the emotions of the invisible observer. The observer's attention is fixed on the naked bodies, but the observer does not move. They make no attempt to turn away or come closer. They simply watch and watch. Let's give ourselves to the dream. The Orca lets a strange vision take over. The hours of night drag on, and nothing changes. The couple continue to sleep, exhausted from lovemaking. Someone is watching. Only at the very break of dawn, when Darren turns over with a slight sigh, slowly coming up to wakefulness, does the dream loosen its grip. Wake up. You know what I've been thinking about? Darren is battling his tousled hair, trying to make it at least slightly tidy. Perhaps this crusade isn't so bad after all. At least, I feel much happier now than I did back in my hedonistic days in Canabres. What a horrible thought. I feel like I'm betraying my ideals just saying it. You know, I had a dream of the two of us. Indeed, Darren smiles. I'll bet it was something rather tender, or perhaps something exhilarating. In the dream, a great danger was looming over you, but I was there and ready to help you no matter what. Darren is watching you with slightly surprised look on his face. A spark of understanding flickers in his eyes for a moment, then disappears. Finally, he smiles gracefully. Ow, get out your claws out of my beard. No, that's not what he says. That's what I said to this dog. How courteous of you to guard me even in slumber. I hope this not a day won't be our last. Well, I can't promise that one day I shan't run away to Calais with a gang of handsome smugglers. But until that day comes, I am at your full disposal. I don't want to dispose of you. Darren shoots you a teasing smile. Until next time, if you miss me, you know where to find me. Well, that was nice and relaxing. Oh, it's her again. Commander, upon hearing word of your victory in the Battle of Dresden, many elites in Avistan considered taking a more active role, following role in the crusade. Fighting demons in the name of saving the world is a prestigious endeavour, especially when the war is going so well. The one whose help is accepted first will increase their standing in the political arena, which is why the powers are competing for the right to conclude an alliance with Mendev before their rivals do. The Rosian has already chosen which of them is to be favoured. Isger, have they? That's not their choice to make. We've been building an alliance with that nation for a long time, and now the capital is expecting you to address the steward of Isger with an official offer to support you. Lastwall is Mendev's most trusted ally. If we are to ask someone for support, it should be them. Shining Crusade. What say we invite the Sword Lords of Brevoy to this party? The righteous Mendevian knights just love these hot-headed provincials who'll draw their weapons and challenge you to a duel at the drop of a hat. And get this, they win such duels. The Rosian will be ecstatic to have allies like these, and I hope the demons will enjoy their company as well. Just as a note, we happen to have a neighbour who's got barely any presence in the crusade. I'm talking about Numeria. It's believed to be too wild and barbaric to have any dealings with. How about we show everyone how wild and barbaric tribes can fight, and accept them to play a bigger part in our war? I'm not so keen on that land. Let's see what they'll provide. Inquisitors. Yeah, no. Oziel, I'm not interested. Darren. Duelist, no. Clan. Barbarians, not really. Sorcerers. Yeah, we'll take that. Lady Kamanami, we agree with you again. Don't let it go to your head. Your wisdom never failed you. Nerosian will be pleased to know that you're not squandering allies whom they have taken pains to attract. The battle south of Isger, hardened in the clashes with goblins, serve you well. I won't detain you any longer, Commander. When matters of foreign or domestic politics once again require your attention, I will convene the diplomatic council. You see a Kellid around 50 years old, dressed in a doublet that looks older than its owner. Once it may have been expensive, but now it's worn and patched. A scabbardless sword hangs on his belt, covered in such a thick layer of rust that it looks more like a club. His flushed, swollen face, spongy nose, and dark circles beneath the eyes suggest that he's a heavy drinker. When he opens his mouth to speak, your suspicion is confirmed by the stench of stale alcohol on his breath. So, you're the commander, huh? It's a cosy little place you've got yourself here. All these walls, polished furniture, solid, commendable. Why, I think I'll give you the medal for this. And who are you exactly, drunkard? The man groans as he straightens up, affecting a proud, noble bearing insofar as his decrepitude allows. You'll be pleased to know that I'm Tabardine Quintissimus Hierophantal, rightful heir to the throne of Is and all Sarcoris. Yeah, everyone knows no king has ever ruled over all Sarcoris, and there's no throne in Is. How would you know? Have you ever been to it? Have you seen it with your own eyes? You haven't. And if you haven't, maybe there was one. My pops used to tell me, yeah, King's using the word pops, about the throne in the palace. It was gold all over, and it was encrusted with all manner of crusty things, like diamonds and fire ants and rubies and buboes. Buboes? Like fox listed. That's not... Couldn't take your eyes off it. That's what kind of throne it was. And it's all mine by right. I see, soldier. Throw this idiot out of there. Hey, Commander, Commander, you are. Yeah, not listening to you, pal. You're an idiot. So, and see if we can build up the area again. Get something done, I'm sure. Oh, we can get a watchtower up. That's about it, though. We'll get more of these. That's demon army that's coming in. Level 7, that's not bad. Like, it's fairly bad for us. But it's a decent sized army. I think we're going to have to go this way. Nothing to recruit, is there? There's one there. Had a nest. Barony strikes back. I'm not going to do anything with them because they're only level 2. But that's... Alright, now... Blue Fate of the Soul Seer. Now, out we go.
Watch out for trouble.
Yeah, we've got that to investigate. And next one. Thought we'd deal with night gamblers, maybe. No, we didn't, did we? Gonna put me back in there, isn't it? I don't actually want to rest. That was a misclick. Go down here and talk to Soziel about his gambling habits. The soldier stares at his cards in the dim light of the candle stuff. Deal me 2 more. I'll double down. Coins clink as they land on the barrel. Deal me another one. What, another one? Are you bluffing, you little shit? Wait until we lay down our cards and you'll see if I'm bluffing. You don't immediately recognize Soziel's voice. In battle he is quiet, composed. But now you can hear furious, passionate excitement in his words. Fine, you scumbag, I'll deal. Deal me another as well. Excitement, passion, and tension seem to hang over the impoverished table. Or improvised table. Feels like lightning about to strike. Soziel, what are you doing? Andre's here. The jig's up, let's bail. The candle stub is snuffed out, the cards are scattered into the mud. After a moment, only the embarrassed Soziel remains. Well, they ran off. His voice no longer holds a hint of excitement. Not like we're doing this in wrong. Everyone was mostly sober. Made sure they behaved themselves. Worried that you got yourself into trouble. Thanks, but I'm touched really, but it's perfectly fine. I'm just making sure no one else gets into trouble. I know you would never lie to me, so I think you must be lying to yourself. We didn't come here to minister to soldiers. Why else would I be here? To win a copper or two? Do you think this is an appropriate place for a cleric to be spending his time? Where, amidst the soldiers resting between battles? Where I can monitor how they're coping with everything they've seen and done, yes. I think it's a very appropriate place for a cleric. You said it yourself, soldiers come here to unwind. Don't you need that too? Me? Ozil blinked in confusion, as if the thought hadn't crossed his mind. Then he bowed his head. You're right, I'm sorry. My behaviour was unworthy of a cleric of Selin. I've been lying to myself, engaging in vices, and passing off my selfishness as concern for my brothers in arms. It's unforgivable. Don't be foolish, you're mortal, just like the rest of us. Not some all-powerful deity of mercy. You need time to relax like the rest of us. Please be honest with yourself. After a long silence, Soziel nods. Thank you. It's all jumbled in my mind. This war and the horrors it calls, our soldiers, and what they tell me of their confessions. My own responsibilities. Lines from Holy Scripture. In the midst of all this, I forget to have my own needs and desires. Thank you for reminding me. The cleric picks up a dirty playing card and twirls it in his fingers. I'll not come here again. Please don't forbid these games. Think they're mostly civil. Well, aside from the rare heated arguments. You know what? Soziel smiles. That excitement when you have almost no chance of winning. The risk is high. Even though the stakes aren't life or death. Just a handful of coppers. I'll miss that. Would you mind if I drop by your quarters sometime with a pack of cards? But Soziel's cheek, of course. The door's always open. We can play cards or find something else. Your touch makes the young cleric freeze. You feel his cheek burning with embarrassment under your fingers. I never not with anyone. Overcome by embarrassment, Soziel covers your hand with his own and gently rubs his cheek against your fingers. Let's take our time. Let's make it beautiful, all right? Fine. Let's not rush things. Thank you for this strange evening. Good night. Right, that's another 700. And now we head out. Oh yeah. An enemy army has reached you and now attacks. Right down, that's okay. Oh yeah. Repelling the assault. That was an assault. It wasn't much fun. Another demon fight. Oh, that's nice. They're almost down. And this going to be it, I think. The mine was once filled with undead, but has now been cleaned. When demons got close to the mine to save themselves, the miners blocked the entrance, hoping that help would arrive before they starved to death. Alas, help never arrived. No trapped had through the horrible fate. We got more material points coming in. Around today's army was undone, along with his plans to take Dresden. The arrogant leader of the demonic host did not deign to fight in person. He took pride expanding his soldiers. Once we've done diplomatic in 4 days, we can do that. We need to investigate the village ruins. Actually, before we do, let's finish off. What's another one to clear out? Oh. Okay. They need to go down fast. Okay. That's not okay. And there we go. Almost took too much room in the emergency wing. We made it. Huge clefts have been hewn into the rocky land, leaving only a narrow passage between, wide enough for 5 soldiers. Demons put a fierce defense of the cliffs above, but slaughtered. Now Crusaders can take advantage of the defenses. Right? Nice. There we go. The grove had long been dry and dead. The spiders that once occupied it had been slaughtered. Monstrous web cocoons hang from the branches, containing the remains of their victims and a certain number of useful items that miraculously were not dissolved in the spider's corrosive drool. No one needs that. I don't even think Sodium needs it. All fine. There we are. Taken down. The monsters that oppose the Crusaders were truly abominable. Their bodies manifested weird mutations, extra eyes, unpaired limbs, mouths in their bellies, and withered, half-grown heads, helplessly dangling on their shoulders. The leader of this heinous cohort was just a pile of moving flesh, who struggled to retain its humanoid appearance. Even as it died, it continued to stir a monstrous brew in a large, rotund cauldron. Shuddering with disgust, the Crusaders peered inside the cauldron and managed to retrieve some of its hideous contents. Chunks of bodies belonging to demons, mortals, and other unknown creatures, twitched convulsively, still alive. The soldiers did not know what to do with this vile trophy and delivered it to Commander. Gracious Jumble. The Mage Zymus was a famous adventure. Okay. Look, we can go after the sixes now, I guess. We're at 7. I mean, it's not a good 7 yet. Because he's not a good leader. Right. Now it shows.
I am prepared.
Rely on me.
Well, that was nice and easy.
There are many roads to success.
And that's the basement. I'm going to save before going in there.
Focus on the goal.
Now, not a big deal.
Watch out for trouble.
We do have this door now. The cache opens with a creak. Smell of dust, dried blood, and rust hits the nose. Engraved amulets, dented armor, battered from heavy blows. A shield of a paladin of Iomedae, a dwarven helmet with hair stuck inside. There's a chainmail from Catapace. The hole torn through its left side. Worn out boots. Equal parts rubbish heap and scavenged net. You shouldn't touch anything. Like the soldier who come to collect the evidence. Take everything. Make a list. Some of the relatives of the deceased might recognize these items. Not to care for them. From that. Return to Ramley. Right.
Keep your calm.
Another step along the path of the Eon taken, bringing justice, bringing law, I am the law. I thought I built a teleport. You know. It's near there, wasn't it? It might have been there. Family greets you with a grin. So, how about that belt from Absalom? I have evidence. Family takes a step back but quickly regains his composure. What kind? Did you find a hole in the ground with a few useless odds and ends inside? That's not mine. I've never seen it before. Tell him, Commander, read the whole list. Nail him to the wall. The shield of the Paladin's dwarven chainmail, belt of Absalom, everything you want to tell to me. Not know Miss Hammer. You got the wrong end of the stick, my friend. My friend asked me to keep it for him. Avarice looks at him, her eyes blazing. You're dead, Ramley. I swear by all the gods. You'll pay for robbing my sister. You shall stand trial before the army of Dresden. Private Ramley is accused of plundering on the battlefield and reselling stolen items to other soldiers. The commander personally found a cask containing armor and other items, obviously taken from the deceased. Defendant, what do you have to say for yourself? You call this a fair trial? Why would the dead need armor and trinkets? Is our crusade rolling in money? New weapons and amulets grow on trees? We need to keep everything that the living can use. The dead need nothing. Avarice clenched her fists. Are you sure all of them were dead, or did you kill the living? I need to know, Ramley. Look me in the eye and tell me if Cylin is alive or not. Look at me, Luther. Answer, defendant. Avarice looks at Ramley and nods. Already know the answer, I feel it. I know nothing. I swear it, on my mother's life. I lost someone I love, and here you are with suspicions. Confess, or I'll consider your silence a confession. She was hardly breathing, honestly. This time, Ramley does not look away from Avarice. She was coughing up blood. I guess her lung was punctured. Cylin was in pain, and who would I be if I didn't ease her suffering? Yes, I took her amulet, and some other things, but it was payment for my help. So much for love, you don't need paying. Des, this man deserves nothing else. Des, oh the Des. Now he rubs his chin, his eyes darting back and forth between Ramley and Avarice. This Luther is more intelligent than he may seem, and he certainly has knife quality. I inquired about the list of items found in the cache. They were all rare, valuable items, not just an assorted collection of rubbish at resale. I think it could prove useful to you. Send him to the wound with a warden, a small detachment to search for lost treasures. Sure, Ramley will know where to go on instinct. If he doesn't, he'll die in the wound. Everyone benefits. Well, except for Avarice, I suppose. If he's seeking justice from you, she must be willing to accept the consequence of her choice, right? Yes, you can serve the crusade. You can serve the crusade for the rest of your life. I've made my decision, Private Ramley. You will be sent to with a detachment and a warden to look for the lost treasures of Sarkoris. You will return with the treasures, or you will not return at all. Everything you find will be used for benefits of the crusade. Give me an assignment, honourable, I will live. This is justice. Blink for an eye, Avarice lunges him. Before anyone can stop her, Avarice's body collapses to the floor. Avarice turns to the gathered crowd, a wild look on her eyes. Come on, execute me. Nothing matters anymore. The scumbag deserved death, and I carried out the sentence. Since you couldn't do it, justice had been served. What you sought was not justice, but revenge. You were driven by your pain, not the pursuit of justice. Blinded by anger, you brought death not only to him, but to yourself, executor. I understand your pain, but you acted against the law. Prison sentence is the only leniency I can show you. Yes. It's an understandable act of rage, but I will accept any punishment, Commander, but my conscience is clear. Time to look in the mirror once more. So we will do that. Eon is looking at you from the mirror, the only being in the entire universe who feels and shares your burden. It is ready to share with you the memory held in common by all eons, preserved carefully through all eternity. It is ready to listen to whatever you want to share. Find out how the Eon mirror reacts to your first judgment. Eon in the mirror nods to you ever so slightly, encouraging you to begin. You know that it knows everything, that it does not need a mirror to perceive you. Sometimes it seems to know what you are going to say before you do. Order has been restored. Those who caused the disruption have been convicted. But is everything as it should be? There may only be one moment out of millions of years in which everything happened as he thought. Yet even this one moment is a victory for the Eon. Injustices multiply. The order of things is violated. And for now your abilities are only enough to heal small wounds. The Eon in the mirror evaluates your actions, but does not condemn them. For it knows what still lies ahead. But are you going in the right direction? The judgments were unstable like a kingdom fallen into civil war. The mind that made the decisions was in conflict with the heart that perceived the injustice. You know this to be true. The Eon tells the truth because it cannot speak anything but the truth. For the Eon, there is no good or evil. None of that, which the beings of the material plane call justice. Those clinging to this justice will never come to the Eon's power, but those who wish to accept the burden of these powers must suppress their feelings and turn to the law. However, even in the eyes of an imperfect Eon, penetrating through space and time, can see the glowing auras of souls that have violated the natural order of things. Yet your sense can see more, further somehow, and more fully. This is not the limit of your abilities. All what I know, I already know. Continue to denounce injustice. Right. We will find more injustice, I am certain. We do anything. Right, well, with that, I think that's where we're going to end tonight. Thank you for joining me. You've been great companions. I'm Private Yorkie, going back to the front. It's crazy out there. Bye now.